y'all, and welcome back to another episode of Coming Into Bloom. Our setup is completely different for this year because of our schedules. So, we are going to be doing the podcast over Zoom. I don't know who I'm looking at. I keep looking at myself and then looking at you. But, anyways, we're going to see how this works. We may possibly get us some mics for next week, depending on how this audio is. But either way, if you like to see the video component to your podcast, we will upload this on YouTube if all goes well. And if not, then we'll just have the audio from it. But anyways, we're kicking off the new year with a new setup. So how are you?
Yeah, I'm so good. It has been a very good start to the new year for me. I just started my last semester of college.
Yay.
How are
And
you?
you're getting married this year.
I am. And Lisa, I don't know if we need to talk about this or not, but is throwing me a bridal shower this weekend, and I'm so excited.
I'm so excited because I keep looking at myself. This is hilarious. I don't know where to look. Anyways, I'm excited because it has been a very long time since I have thrown like a party. Because used to when my kids were younger, like we threw, the little theme parties with all the fun stuff. And we have not done that because they've outgrown all of that. So this has been really fun. I have like amped it up. I feel like I have definitely gone over the top, and I'm super excited to have everybody come and celebrate you. And I'm excited to see how the decor turns out. So fingers crossed.
I know it's going to be amazing.
Hopefully we're going to have a balloon arch. And a little, I don't know what they're called, the little pom-pom things.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're going to have a little arch for that as well. So we'll see how it goes.
And my dress came in the mail and it looks good. So I finally have a warm outfit to wear because last week I just had a summery outfit to wear, and I was going to be freezing because it's supposed to be like 30 degrees on Saturday.
So where did you get it from?
Amazon. Address.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you got it from Shein or not, Slay, right? Is that
Slay.
Slay with Shein.
Gosh.
I'm still trying to incorporate Slay because everybody uses it, Anyways, okay. So first of all, we want to give a huge congratulations to the Georgia Bulldogs. Do you have a favorite college team?
Yeah, I'm from Florida, so fortunately I'm a Gator fan.
Oh my gosh. How did I forget that? That's crazy. Anyways, Georgia has won back-to-back national championships, so Dog Nation is super excited. They're having a great week and probably another great year, which prompted me to talk about my kind of like background with football. So anybody who has known me for a long time knows that growing up, I was a huge Peyton Manning fan. Okay. And so many people over my lifetime have asked me, like, why do you like Peyton Manning? And I used to always get like, who did you date that liked Peyton Manning? Well, first of all, a girl doesn't have to date a guy to like football. Okay.
Period.
Like, there are some girls that watch it and actually enjoy it. So anyways, that has nothing to do with the reason why I like Peyton Manning. But can you hear anything in the background?
Yeah, quite a bit.
Anyway, so when I was in middle school, I tried out for the cheerleading team, and I made the cheerleading team, and I knew absolutely nothing about football. And like, you have to cheer, at the game. And it's very important that you know who's on offense and defense so that you know like what cheer to do. Does that make sense? Because you have offense cheers and defense cheers. So anyways, this was like before football season started, and I was at my house, and I was like, football was on. It was the poor four back then. Okay. We did not have cable. So it was like on whatever channel this team was playing. And I was like, you know what? I need to learn like at least who offense and defense is because of the like cheer part of the whole thing. And so I'm in like 6th grade. So I'm Dean's age. Like when I was thinking about this, like I was Dean's age. And so I ended up watching the game and figuring out on my own because my parents were not huge sports fans. They didn't like have football on all the time. So Anyways, so I figured out there was an offense, defense, who was who. I figured out who the like the position of quarterback and what that meant, okay, and a receiver. So, anyways, moving on during the game, it was Tennessee, okay, and they were playing, I want to say the Terps, Maryland Terps. Anyways, Tennessee is who I was pulling for because I really liked their uniforms. Okay, and I was in sixth grade. So, anyways, from that point on, I started like every Saturday, I would look to see if that orange team was playing on TV. And the quarterback was Peyton Manning. And so, anyways, I ended up, Tennessee played most of the time on Saturdays. So I got to watch him play. And then I found out, like, oh, my state has their own team too. So when Tennessee wasn't playing, I was watching Georgia. So that's kind of how the whole, like, Peyton Manning thing started. But let me tell you, so this guy, this quarterback, okay, has taught me like so much about the game. Like, first of all, what offense and defense was. I learned about wide receivers. I learned what the SEC was. I learned what national championships were. And then when he graduated from college, he went on to be pro, which I had no idea about anything that had to do with NFL. So then I learned about the NFL. Then I learned about the AFC because he went to play for Indianapolis Colts. And then I learned about the NFL draft and what all goes into that. So, I mean, just by watching like one person that one day, like that's kind of how my like love for football came about. And it wasn't necessarily for Tennessee, the team. It was Peyton Manning, the quarterback. And it wasn't because he was good looking, because everybody know he has like a 5 head or whatever. But there's like all these memes out there. But it was just, that was the person that I honed in on. And then it just so turned out that he won Super Bowl twice. And I remember when he retired, by this point, I was married and I think I had both kids when he retired. And I remember sitting on the couch and him announcing that, this was it. And I cried because that was like one of the only consistent things in my life was Peyton Manning. And so anyways, that is kind of how I learned about football. And who knew that he was going to be like the person that he is today. But I don't watch football anymore. I don't keep up with the NFL because it was literally, I watched a person and I wasn't like cheering for a team. Whereas like Georgia, like we cheer for the team, you know what I mean? Like UGA.
Yeah.
So, and I don't really like keep up with like the players very much. But anyways, I just thought that would be a fun little like story to tell because so many people over my lifetime were like, I can't believe you were a Tennessee fan. I can't believe you liked Peyton Manning. Who did you date to like Peyton Manning? And first of all, I was a Tennessee fan, but I wasn't. I was a Peyton Manning fan, and that's just the team he was playing for at the time. And then Peyton Manning, went on to be one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. I don't care what you say. I cannot stand Tom Brady. So there we go. There's my football minute.
Yeah, I know not a lot about football. I grew up in a very like big sports family, and like my whole family loves football, but I played softball, and then once I got out of that, like I just didn't really care anymore. But I was a Florida fan because that's where I wanted to go to college.
Right.
And then, dreams get crushed when you don't get in. Freshman year, and then you fall in love and stay at it. Yeah, I did.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I was like, after 2 years, I'm going to transfer, get out of this small town. I'm used to Jacksonville, right? So I'm like, I'm going to get out of this small town, go to a big college. Well, then I met Tristan, and he wasn't transferring.
Right.
Poor kid.
And he is a Georgia fan.
He is a Georgia fan, and it's so hard.
So y'all are the house divided.
Yeah, literally.
Wow.
I did not think that would ever be me.
So I have an aunt and an uncle who she went to Georgia and he went to Georgia Tech. So I feel like that's even worse.
Good.
Like,
that's a good rivalry.
So they like, I remember growing up, like they would always say they could not watch the football game together because they would be hollering at each other, and they like go to the games. So like
Oh
he would be over
gosh.
here on Georgia Tech's side and she would be over here on the UGA side. Like their kids are divided. Like one of the kids likes the Bulldogs and I'm pretty sure the other one is a Tech fan. But anyways, they're
Wow.
the only people that I really know that have like made it work.
Yeah. Just before we keep going, I know I keep getting sidetracked, but I've taken Tristan to Florida games because like my best friend goes to the University of Florida.
Okay.
So he's been to Florida games. He has worn orange and blue at the Florida Stadium. And
Oh.
he's never been to a Georgia game. So is he really a Georgia
He's
fan?
never been to a Georgia game.
No. I mean, it's all the way in Athens and we're here. So
Oh my gosh, I feel like somebody should get y'all that for your wedding. Like Tristan needs tickets, people, to the Georgia game. Please make that happen. Like,
especially
he's
right now
such a
with how
vibe.
good they're doing.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm sure now it's probably so hard to like even get a tailgate spot with them,
Mm-mm.
you know, winning and stuff. But, anyways, congratulations to the University of Georgia. That is super exciting. And obviously, which we said we were going to talk about this whole 4 H FFA thing in maybe a future episode, but I grew up in 4 H. The person that I am today was molded through the 4 H club, and University of Georgia is the sponsor of 4 H. So for Georgia 4 H. So, anyways, UGA definitely has a special place in my heart. I definitely love the dogs. Yes, I was a Tennessee fan, but not really. I mean, really, I was a Peyton Manning fan. And I just found him first. I don't know what else to say. Like, you know, we don't have parents that are like watching sports and you have nothing to go off of. So, you know, I went off of my own thing, and that was flipping through the channels and finding the coolest uniforms. Okay. And also, I did not mention this, but 6th through 8th grade, I would stand in front of the television and do the cheers. Like it would be like my high school cheers, you know what I mean? Like I would be saying like Red Devils and Hawkinsville and HHS, but I was practicing my offense cheers, my defense cheers, so I was ready to go on Friday nights. So thank you for me.
Peyton Manning, if you're out there, please sponsor us.
Please.
Just
Or
kidding.
come be a
maybe.
guest. Be a guest.
Aww.
That'd be awesome. Brent took
Yeah,
me,
right.
he took me to a Colts game. It was Colts. They played Jacksonville, and we went down there. I was pregnant. It was our baby moon because it was our first kid, and we did that whole thing. And I'll never forget walking into that stadium and seeing him like stretching, and I was like, oh, holy crap. It was crazy. And we were on like the ground level. Like not like the field, but like where the seats are. Like we weren't way up top. The first time I went to see him, I was like way up top. So it was a completely different experience when Brent took me. But anyways, we're gonna get into our podcast. Happy New Year, you guys.
Happy New Year.
I mean,
I feel like 2023 is just looking up. Like 2020 was so bad. 2021, not much better. Last year got a little better. I feel like this is the year. Finally.
You have a lot of exciting things happening this year too, like possibly moving, graduating, getting married, like, and Tristan's graduating, right? Like y'all are both.
Yep.
That is so exciting. Y'all have like a whole bunch of like is it milestones? Yeah,
milestones
coming through. So we thought it would be fun to do resolutions. New Year resolutions. So I'll go first. I want to read Prince Harry's book. So me and Caitlin were talking about this. I like keep up with the royal family and all the things, and I have ever since the Princess Diana car crash. And so I'm watching the latest episode of The Crown. Do you watch that on Netflix? So I'm finishing up that season, and then I've watched the documentary, the Harry and Meghan thing. And I have a really funny story to tell about Prince William and Kate's wedding. But I think we could do a whole episode of nothing but the royals and all the things that are going on. But his book, is it the 14th? It comes out on the 14th, and today's the 11th.
No, it came out yesterday.
Oh, it came out on the 10th. Okay. So I've got the book. I mean, not in my hands, but I've like ordered the book. So the book is on the way. I just don't have it yet, but I want to read. Well, I put on here my resolution was to read 2 books. I am not a reader. I can't stand it. It's aggravating to me. And the only books that I like to read are like books about people that people write with drama. And so this is right up my alley. And I'm getting this book and I'm going to read it. So that'll be one, and then I'll find another one. And then my other thing was to declutter and organize all of the closets in our house. And
Girl, they're already decluttered and organized. That is not a resolution. That's what you do every
true.
Saturday.
That's true. But my medicine cabinet.
Girl, stop. No, your resolution should be come declutter and organize my cabinet.
So I want to like fix when I say like closets though, I want to do like like the wire shelving and stuff. That's what I have right now. I want to do that like where it has like shelves and then like hang up here. And then, so that's kind of what I want to like move into. I'd like to do the kids and mine, but I know it's probably a very pretty price tag. So I'm just going to focus on mine first. So that's my resolution, is to get my closet like looking like that. Like remove the wire stuff.
From the home edit.
The home edit. We're going to talk about them in a minute. So that's my other one. And then the third one was family game night once a month. We do them like sporadically, like, I don't know, every 3 or 4 months. And like, we have so much fun. And I always think about it, like on some like Saturday nights or Sundays, I'm like, we should play a board game. And then I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. But the kids always love it when we do it. So I want to be able to do that like once a month, play board games with them. We have a ton of them that we, don't really use, but I'd like to like start doing that. So what are yours?
Mine is not really like, I don't love resolutions because I'm just going to forget about them by the end of the year.
I know,
you know what I mean?
That's why I try to pick something that I could like stick to. You know what I mean? Like something that's doable.
So for me, like my resolution is to just build my online portfolio and organize my online life, because I have a lot going on, like working for you. I now, help out another girl with like her social media and stuff. And my life's a cluttered mess on my laptop and my phone. And so my goal is to just like organize all of that and get everything from my personal life to my work life separate somehow. Figure out a really good way to just, get all that figured out, because when I do go into my career, and if I am still helping you and this other girl, like, I don't want that to interfere with my career also. Oh, yeah. So I need to figure out an organization solution.
Yes.
And one of those was buying a desk, because I don't have a desk. I've just been like working for you for at home for like months now, like in my bed or like on the couch.
Oh, wow. I did not know that. Wow.
So I like needed a desk. So I went out and bought one. So now I have like a space designated to working. And then I don't feel like wanting to take a nap while I'm like laying in bed working.
Right. It feels like more intentional. Like I'm here, this is my workspace, I'm going to get work done. So did you find this on the Facebook Marketplace, or where did you get it?
I tried really hard to find one on Facebook Marketplace, but I could not find one that was affordable. I think my roommate just got home, so my dogs are about to go crazy. So if you hear them, I'm sorry, but I could not find one because Tifton, there's nothing here. Okay, nobody's posting on Marketplace really. I have to like travel to Valdosta or Albany or wherever. So I went to Big Lots just like randomly.
Okay.
And they had all their desks on sale. So I got this one. It's like 2-tiered. It has like a little hutch thing, and it was only $60.
Okay, that's awesome. Did you have to get a chair too?
No, I think I had a chair. It's like a wire back, like antique chair.
Yeah. I feel like I need to get a different chair because I'm in Brent's office. Like, this is not my office. Brent's the only one that gets an office around here. I have to use the dining table. So that's where we are recording this from. And like, this is an eyesore. But anyways, so you've got creating a space to work, which you've done that, and then decluttering, like, what is that, digital life?
Yes, yes.
which is
Also, I
awesome.
have pictures, like screenshots still on my phone or like a Google Drive from freshman year of a meme that I saw. Like, I need to go through and like
Yeah.
delete that stuff.
Because doesn't it like make your not your iPhone, your Mac storage like where you can't download other stuff and all that, like those little
Yeah.
things? And
Yep.
then also one thing I just thought about that I would like to do is declutter the inbox. Oh my word.
Mm.
Like, I think there's a program out there called Unroll Me.
Hmm.
I heard somebody talking about it on the radio because I listen to the Bobby Bones show in the mornings when I take the kids to school. And somebody was talking, it was like a commercial, and they were saying it's a free service, but you go in and like set up an account and then you put in who you don't want to receive emails from anymore so that it kind of eliminates all of that junk. You know what I
That
mean?
would be super helpful.
Maybe I
Which,
should do that and report back.
you know, we're an advocate for subscribing to newsletters.
We are, but
But
our newsletter is good. I talked about that. Like
yes.
ours
Yes.
like actually has things that are worth reading. Like some of this crap,
Hmm.
like I don't even know. Like these Amazon emails that are not from
Yes.
Amazon, like
Yeah.
they're saying like log in, your, payment has been declined. And if you click on that, it's not from Amazon. And if I go to my like Amazon account, everything is fine. Like I wonder if you can eliminate that type of stuff. And then stuff that I've
Yeah.
signed up for that either I don't use anymore or don't want anymore, but don't unsubscribe to
Hmm.
our newsletter.
Please don't.
Because it's really good. And that's the only way to
It
stay
is.
updated. You know what I mean? I'm going to write down Unroll Me so I can check this out and we can talk about it on the next podcast and see if it's like worth doing or not. Okay. So we talked about our resolutions. So
Mhm.
I wanted us to talk about goals for 2023. All of mine, like crazy enough, ended up being like, I guess, business professional type goals, not really personal goals. But one of the things is sticking to a seed sowing schedule and not overplanting. So last year, we were still seeding trays in like July. And
Mhm.
then it was so hot, all of the flowers, like all of the transplants died off. I mean, we didn't get very many transplants from that. So that was pointless. I knew it when we did it and I did it anyways, but we wasted our time, wasted money on seeds, wasted seeds. And so I don't want to do that this year. This year, by June 1st, whatever is seeded. And if it's not, it's just not going to be. We're going to stop the overplanting and then sticking to a seed sowing schedule. I would just be like, let's just do this. Even though I prepare a seed sowing schedule every year, I don't stick to it. So
Mhm.
my plan is to stick to that, and hopefully Rachel will help me stay on track with
Yes.
that.
Shout out
Um,
Rachel.
yes. So that was my goal, one of my goals for the business. And then to build TikTok, we have such a big following on TikTok. And once I hit like the 10,000 mark, I just kind of went stagnant. Isn't that the word?
Mhm.
I was like, okay, I've arrived. Like, and then I just
We just
quit.
stopped.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just quit TikTok and then kind of went back over to Instagram. And I want to get back into TikTok. I want to get back into doing my hey y'all, welcome to my flower farm.
Aw.
Like those videos were fun to make. And I really don't know what happened other than life and we just
Yeah.
got busy and the actual flower season started. So I want to get back to TikTok because it's so fun. And I actually have people that I like follow on a regular basis there. I use TikTok more than Instagrams. I don't know if I'm the only
Mhm.
one or if that's like my generation or whatever, but like I go more towards TikTok than I do Instagram. So I would rather build that audience since it's the one growing. TikTok is just like, I mean, Instagram's just like slow as a snail. Like who has time for that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, and then we want to do 2 events at the U Pick this year. We don't know what. We are still trying to decide, but we want to do something in June and July, like outside of our normal U Pick hours to just kind of like have something extra for people to come and do and like something that would be fun. So those are my goals for 2023.
My goals for 2023 are graduate,
Yes,
I'm
yes.
so close. I'm in my senior capstone this semester, so like a big project, and I'm so excited. I actually haven't even told Lisa this, but I'm hoping that my capstone I can do about the farm.
Okay,
So me,
cool.
and then it'll be something that like is online on the ABAC's website that people will can use as resources, and then it would kind of be like a promotional for the farm. I don't know if I'll be able to do
Fun.
that or yet not, but because I'm a communications major, I can do audio, video, editing. That's like what I want my capstone to be, but we'll see what it ends up turning out to be.
So
And then also,
capstone, this is like a class, like a final like
mm-hmm,
thing that you have to do to graduate.
yep, it's a one class, it's a once a week and it's 3 hours long.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
like my final, and then I have like, I'm taking other like filler
Yeah.
classes, like I have to be able to graduate like the rest of my requirements, but that's like the big one that I'm super excited about.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's cool. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it kind of takes what you've learned like all 4 years and puts them in one class so you can like have something
Mm.
when you graduate as like a resume as like I've done this. And so you can use that for future employers or whatever.
That's really cool. That's
Mm-hmm.
really cool. I like that.
And then, of course, another goal for this year is to get married. But we've already talked about that enough this episode.
I know there's like so much of the planning. It's so stressful. And then it's just the day of and it's just you and Tristan and all the stuff just doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like if things don't go
Exactly.
exactly, it's gonna be okay because at the end of the day, y'all will be married.
Yeah, we'll be married.
Who's like marrying you? Well,
So, if our officiant is not even a like he was not even a real officiant. We asked him to marry us, and he got his like certification online.
okay.
It's my old boss at my other job.
Oh,
He is like my favorite person in the whole world. Like he is such a good and kind human. And also he's just like hilarious and Tristan adores him as well. So we asked him, we're like, would you be interested if you and he like took that upon himself. He like that day got like all the requirements online to do it. So
fun. Oh, I love
yeah.
that. I love when the person marrying the couple like knows them because they usually have some
Mm-hmm.
type of like backstory or funny story or whatever that they can share like while you're standing up there. So that's always
Yes,
fun. Okay, is that all of your goals?
it is.
You get
Yeah.
through all of yours?
Graduate
Okay.
and get married.
Yeah. Which are two huge things.
They are. They are.
And then the last thing that we were going to do for Happy New Year was a word for the year. I chose nurture. So, nurture means to take care of, protect, feed, and develop. And I thought not only was it
Mm-hmm.
a good word for business wise, but it's also good for personal as well because I have two kids and taking care of them, protecting them, feeding them, developing them like into little humans. All that takes nurture, and then also plants. I neglected the I don't well, I wouldn't say neglected because really it wasn't my fault. It was the freeze. But
Yeah.
we started some transplants and we got the greenhouse, and got them all in the greenhouse, thought everything was good, and they just did not survive. So there was no nurturing going on. So my plan is to also take more time with these plants and instead of just kind of like letting them go, taking the time to like care for them and water them and make sure they've got what they need so that we produce something, that's quality or whatever. And I do have a lot of stuff that is out there growing. I've got a lot of transplants that I like bought and had them sent here. So all of that stuff is doing great. However, well, we'll get to the flower update later. But anyways, I felt like nurture was a good word for like plants and personal life.
That's good. I really like the nurture. I decided on flourish. So flourish is defined as to grow or develop in a healthy or vigorous way, especially as a result of a favorable environment. So I chose that word because I feel like I'm on the cusp of like so many big things happening in my life. I'm like
Yes.
starting my career, graduating, getting married. So I'm just like ready to like finally finish college, flourish, figure out what I'm doing in this world. at least for a little
And
bit.
you're going to be flourishing in your new role as a wife.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
that's a
No.
whole new season, a whole new role that you got to get used
Yeah.
to. So that's really cool. I love that word. I think that's perfect. I think we did good with those.
I think we did too.
Also, one last thing before I get off of the new year. Do you take your Christmas decor down before or after New Year's?
So I would have loved to keep it up like all year long, but just because school's starting and stuff, I took my Christmas decor down like 2 days after Christmas because I did not want to get like busy with the new year and then it actually be up like all year long. So I took it
Right.
down early, but I think in my future life when I'm not like worried about school, I probably will keep it up longer.
So my plan was to keep it up till January 2nd, okay? But because we have a real tree, we get a real tree in the living room every year. It started turning brown. So
Oh,
we got it like we got the tree like the day after Thanksgiving, I think, or 2 days after Thanksgiving. Anyways, it was right around Thanksgiving. We got the tree, even though the rest of the house was like decorated,
mm-hmm.
we got the tree, we fertilized it, we did all the things, we watered it every day. And Christmas
You put in the
Day,
aspirin.
we put the aspirin in there. And Christmas Day, like we were looking at it, and Brent was like, if we don't get this tree down tomorrow, like these Christmas lights might possibly start burning this tree. And
Oh
I was like, oh, well, it
gosh.
has to come down. And then I was like, but I'm not taking Christmas down until after New Year's. So what happens? I start taking the tree down, and then you can just imagine. I started at 8 o'clock that morning taking the tree down, and at 8 o'clock that night, I was still taking Christmas decor down.
Oh I
I did not
a
finish
whole
taking
day.
all the decor down until I think it was like 2 o'clock the next day. And
Oh
then
my
that was
gosh.
like steady, taking stuff down because we decorate like every room. So I would have liked to have kept it up until after New Year's, but once I started taking the tree down, that was it. I was like, nope, I got to do the rest of the house. I just thought that was fun because I saw on social media people were asking that, and like people had like split, I guess, not opinions, or is it an
Yeah.
opinion? I guess it's an
Yeah.
okay, so I did tease this on stories earlier before we
Oh, I
got on
missed it.
here. But we are going to come up with something new to do for a week. And then we're going to report back on it in our next episode. And so we've each chosen something to do for a week. I don't think I can commit to something like for the whole year. So I thought
Right.
like, maybe just doing it for the week we could just see how it goes, and then we'll talk about it on our next episode. But I have decided to do hot lemon water. Okay, so I saw this like all over I guess social media, Instagram, TikTok, all the things where women in their 30s, my age, well, I'm actually in my late 30s. Women in their late 30s. Let me just say that.
You're old.
I know, have started drinking hot lemon water. And this is why. This is what they say. Okay. So it says it helps with digestion and keeps your bowels regular, gives you a healthy dose of vitamin C and a potassium boost. It helps prevent kidney stones, which I have really bad kidney stones.
Really?
In 2020, I had to, like, right after everything closed, I got a kidney stone and had to call the kidney doctor and like beg him to open up his OR so he could like get him out of there. So I have really bad kidney stones. And then it also helps flush out toxins in your body. So supposedly how you're supposed to do it is before you drink coffee, before you drink anything, do anything, you're supposed to heat up a cup of hot water with a lemon in it and then just drink it. So I'm thinking like coffee cup size. And so I'm going to start it on Monday, and we'll see how, well, wait.
You'll have to start it tomorrow.
Yeah, but will that be a
Thursday.
week?
Thursday to Wednesday, the next time we record, yeah.
But it'll already be the next episode, right? We didn't think
No.
this through. Okay, it may not be the one that comes out on the 23rd, maybe the 30th. So then we can do it for a full week, right?
Well, if you start tomorrow, it would be a full week by the next time we record. It would be like 6 days.
Oh yeah, because this episode will come out. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I will start tomorrow drinking because I already have the lemons. I will drink hot lemon water and I will let you guys know what
So it's
happens.
just like a whole lemon. You just plop a
No,
lemon in
not a
there.
whole lemon. You slice you slice it. So you slice it. I think you squeeze a little bit of the juice in there. And then what I saw was like coffee cup size, and they just had it like the slice like floating in the cup. So
Gotcha.
yeah, I'm gonna try that tomorrow, starting tomorrow.
Good. The reason I said a whole lemon, so off topic, but have you ever been to, I'm not saying a bad word, but the restaurant Dick's Last Resort?
No.
Oh, it's a restaurant in like Panama City Beach, probably like Nashville. I don't know. There's a
Okay.
couple of them, and you go, and the waiters are like absolutely rude and hateful on purpose to you.
Okay, so at Disney, Roaring Fork, they're not like rude to you, but they yell at you at full
Yes.
awareness.
Okay.
So
So
it's
it's
probably the
like
same.
that.
Yeah. Okay.
And they put you like at a table with strangers. Like the tables are like 15 people, and like one
Like
server does like
hibachi.
15 people. Yeah, it's like hibachi. And this one girl that I didn't know, she was a stranger, she ordered water with lemon. And because they're just rude and savage, she got a glass of water and a whole lemon in the
Did
water.
not.
So that's
They
what it made me
plopped,
think of.
so the whole lemon, they plopped it in her.
I have a video I'll show you eventually where she like is taking out the lemon.
Oh
They also give you
my
these like
God.
ridiculous hats that have like vulgar things written on them. It's a great place. You'll have to go,
That's
but it's not super kid
hilarious. And
friendly.
this is in like Panama City, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Do they have one in Jacksonville or no?
I don't think so, but I feel
Okay.
like there's one in Pigeon Forge or Gatlinburg, maybe.
Oh, funny. I'm
Yeah,
gonna have to remember this. That's hilarious. That
yeah.
is hilarious. The lemon, like popping the whole thing in. That is great. Um,
Okay, so for me to trying
yes.
something new, I already started like last night, so don't hate me,
Okay.
but
No, that's
I
cool.
wanted to start like a legit skincare routine because I don't have one. And I feel like every girl in college is like has like their 6-step skincare routine.
Yes.
I don't have that. And so I just like wash my face when I like shower.
Hmm.
So finally needed something like I have a pimple right here and like a bunch of pimples on my chin. I need beautiful skin for my wedding. So
Yes. Yes.
no better time to start something new than now. So like I got a new cleanser and like like this silica hydro whatever it's called acid.
Hyaluronic.
Yes, there we go. And then moisturizer. I got like pimple patches. So I started it last night and so far so good. But I also don't notice a huge difference yet because it's just like one day. But
So I did not have a skincare routine in my 20s either, not even really in my 30s. I think I was 35 when I went to the dermatologist for the first time, and I got their like face wash that they like prescribed to me. And then when you get over 35, they start talking to you about, fine lines and wrinkle prevention and stuff like that. And so they give you this retinol, which I had never heard of. All of my friends had heard of it. Nobody looped me in on that. And so I had started just using that wash and using the retinol that they gave me. And I had was where I could do it like 2 or 3 times a week. And my face would like peel. I'm sure you remember like this past summer when we were out there and like I couldn't use it because we were out there in the
oh
sun. You're not
yeah.
supposed to be out in the sun like for very long amounts of time or whatever. So in the summer, I couldn't use that. I was like, this is going to fry my face off because it would look like I had sunburned my face, but it was peeling
Mm.
because it pretty much burns a layer of skin off
It's like a
the face.
chemical peel, right?
Yeah, but a slow one. You know what I mean?
Ooh. Yeah.
And so also you have to go to the dermatologist to get that. And I was like, there's got to be a better way. So I went to, I think it was Ulta. Anyways, I got the Tula, the
Mm.
blue stuff. And I got the one for like women my age, and so it's like a 3-step like thing that you do. And so I've only been doing that. Well, I started the dermatology stuff when I was like 35, 36. And so I've only been doing the over the counter stuff, I would say maybe a year, close to a year. And it doesn't like keep it off like the dermatologist stuff
Mm-hmm.
does, but it's definitely, I don't have to stop and go to a dermatology appointment. And then
Right.
also it like is not as bad. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I do. But I was just like you. I didn't have a skincare routine. And on social media, like these people, I'm like, is the stuff even work? Because you have like 8 things on your face at this point. Like,
Yeah, and how do they know that it works? The only other thing that
I
I do
know.
want to add is SPF. Like I don't put any sunscreen on my face, but apparently that's supposed to help like in the longevity of your
Yes.
face and wrinkles
Yes.
and everything.
Now I started doing that when I started flower farming in 2019. I wore sunscreen every single day just because I never knew when I was going to be out there and for how long.
Mm-hmm.
And so I usually put it on every day, but like in the winter time, like now, I don't put it on because I'm like, it's cold, but supposedly you're supposed to wear it every day, is what they say,
Mm-hmm.
the TikTok.
Yeah, so we'll come back in a week with our updates to see,
Yes, that will be fun. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is a flower update, which I kind of got into this earlier. But so back to that. Our I don't think we're going to have flowers for Valentine's Day.
You said we
I
would.
know. It's so hard to do
It is,
because
yes.
we are in the middle of, or were in the middle of pecan and citrus harvest, and we're doing our last like deliveries and everything this week. So it will be over, but Brent does all of the like tilling up the dirt and all of those things, and he was running to Atlanta twice a week and having to load semis and run crews, and so my stuff kind of got put on the back burner, even though my ranunculus started out strong. Like if you follow our stories, I posted on there like I just had trays and trays of like pre-sprouted ranunculus. And then the longer they sat in the trays, they were ready to come out, and we didn't get them put in the ground until maybe a couple weeks ago, I think,
Mm-hmm.
because it got cold and then the greenhouse wasn't tilled. Anyways, the greenhouse is tilled. They're in the ground. Just when maybe I should put it on stories. They do not look like they will be ready in what, 4 weeks? What is today?
Yeah, yeah.
In 4 weeks is
11.
Valentine's Day. I don't think they're going to be. I mean, they should be at
Mm.
least starting to like stand up and, have some leaves, and they're just not there. The mint, I just transplanted it into bigger trays. So it's not even in
Mm-hmm.
the ground. My
Mm.
snapdragons aren't in the ground. They're all like still transplants. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's growing slow because like yesterday it was like 30 degrees here. And then today it's like 75.
Mm-hmm.
It's so hard to try to grow flowers during this time. It's a lot easier if you just wait till after the frost, which for us is like I think end of March. And then seed trays, that way you have somewhere to put them. You're not running around trying to like till dirt up real quick, that's not ready. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and call it and say we
Mm-hmm.
probably won't. If we do, that would be great, but I don't think we are. They just don't look like they're going to be ready in 4 weeks. I could be wrong, but we'll see. And so, yeah, the greenhouse is ready. We are still planning to open our U pick in June, first Saturday in June. We're planning to, make that happen. We will start all of your wedding flowers next week.
Yay.
So all that stuff will be ready in May. I definitely think we will have Mother's Day flowers. That we always have flowers at Mother's Day and Easter. So I feel like by Easter we'll have stuff to like sell, but the U pick will not open until June. So hopefully we'll be able to get some bouquets out there for Easter, and then Mother's Day, your wedding, and then bam, the U pick is open. So that's kind of the update. As of today, I don't think we're going to have Valentine's Day, but I don't know. Maybe it'll surprise me.
Maybe.
Yeah, or
We
maybe
can
I could
hope.
maybe if there's some that are blooming, I can take what's out there and sell that. But watch, this is what's going to happen. 2 weeks after Valentine's Day, they're going to be ready, and then nobody's going to want them. But that's how it goes. So anyways, that's our like flower update, I guess, for the week. And then maybe next week I'll have better news.
Yeah, we hope. And
Coming
I'm
from the
so excited
pipeline.
to go this weekend to your house to see how everything looks because I haven't been
Yeah.
there in a long time,
Yeah,
like
maybe
since
we
before
can get your
Christmas.
opinion next week on what you think.
Yeah.
You can go out there and look. I'll show you the ranunculus, and you tell me if you think they're going to be ready in 4 weeks.
The thing is that I don't know about ranunculus.
Oh
I
yeah, yeah,
I started after ranunculus
yeah.
last year.
Because we
Anyway.
definitely cannot grow those. Like in the summertime here, we can barely grow them right now. It's really hard because they love to be at 60 degrees. That's their sweet spot. And it's either 30 degrees or 70 degrees. Like it's never in their sweet spot. So, anyways, they're such a pretty flower, but we'll see. I don't think it's
And
going
we
to happen.
still won't touch dahlias. Like, Flower Farmer commented on our stuff the other day. I don't know if you saw it, and she was
No.
like, "Do you do dahlias? Like, how or dahlias? How is it going for you?" And I was like, "That is a whole world we don't get into. Sorry,
No.
girl."
I just feel like for me, the overhead and all the upkeep, like I just don't, like if you're high maintenance, you cannot be in the club. Like you got to go. Like if you can't stand to not be watered, if I can't forget to water you, then I don't need you. If I cut your bloom off and you can't come back in a week, then you're gone. Like bye. Like
We don't have time.
we don't have time for you. If you do not produce and produce well, we are not growing you. So, Dahlia, you are too high maintenance and absolutely not.
Girl,
Also,
bye.
they cost
Not
a ton of
slay.
money. Not slay. You are not slay. But also, they're a ton of money to like get started. You know what I mean?
Right.
Um, I don't know how people do it. I guess like if you're doing weddings and like CSAs and probably stuff like that,
Yeah.
it probably makes sense. But yeah, for a U pick, are you kidding me? No, our prices would have to be through the roof to cover that, because you have to put down here in this zone, you have to put organza bags over every
Mhm.
single bloom so that the bugs do not eat the mess out of them. And I'm just not about that life. Like, no thanks.
No thanks.
Okay, so another thing that is happening in the new year, I feel like you tell me because your TikTok and Instagram feeds, I'm sure, look like different than mine. But I feel like everybody is organizing. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, not on mine. I'm on wedding TikTok, so
Oh, that's true. So you're getting like a bunch of wedding content. Um,
yes.
Everybody like on my feed is organizing. They're throwing stuff out. They're purging closets because they're trying to get new Christmas toys in the kids' rooms and stuff they got. They're clearing stuff out. And I think what starts it is when you start taking that Christmas stuff down, you start wanting to clean everything. And then it's like,
Mhm.
oh, I need new this. I need new that. And so, anyways, I have redone my pantry again. So I have ordered more
Girl.
bins, more clear stuff. And I think I finally got like, if I put a system in place, I can stick to it. And so I just pretty much got more of what I already had so that everything would be like very uniform. So the pantry is good to go. But what I'm most excited about is my spice drawer. So this is something new that I did. I
Ooh.
had all my spices on these Lazy Susans in my cabinet. So I took all the spices down, found the spice jars on Amazon that all look the same with
Mhm.
the cute little labels, transferred everything into there, and then bought these things that like it like adjusts to however wide or narrow your drawer is, and it like elevates the
Yes, I've
spice.
seen
So I can
those.
literally pull this drawer out and see every single spice that I have in this drawer. And then on the Lazy Susans that the spices are on, I put all of the kids' water bottles. So there's no more climbing up on the countertop,
Oh.
trying to reach, like way back in the cabinet. Like you just turn the table, find your water bottle, and move on with life. Like, what? Um, so, anyways, that's what I
So
did.
why are you flower farming? You should be an organizer,
Party planner.
influencer, party planner. Yes.
I
What are
really
you
don't.
doing?
Sometimes I ask myself that question, like, why am I doing this? Like,
Girl,
I'm
get
Martha
out of
Stewart.
this.
I'm Martha Stewart. She can organize. She gardens. What else?
That's not a garden. That's a fully operational farm, girl.
That's very true. That's very true. I can cook to some extent. I mean, I'm not a baker. I've said that, but I can cook like
Mhm.
dinner and stuff like that. So I really don't know. It's a lifestyle. Maybe I should just call it the Flower Shed Lifestyle Podcast. Because I do. I
Yes.
love to organize. Like I every year I do this. Like every year I clean closets. Every year I put a new like system in place because the drawer that my spices were in was our junk drawer. So I had to find a new
Oh,
junk drawer, which was half the size of the one we had. And so I had
nice.
to like eliminate, all the things that were in there. I don't know. It's just very fun. You'll see when you get in your 30s, like that's all there is left to life. So you just organize everything.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
Also I saw this thing on I guess it was organizing talk. Is that what you would call it?
Oh, yeah,
Cleaning talk?
organizing talk.
Cleaning talk. Where people are putting their jeans on shower hooks. Have you seen this?
I have seen that actually. Yeah.
I want
Such a good idea.
that.
The little like S's.
Yes,
Hmm.
yes. Like here's the bar, and then it's like an S shower hook, and that part goes on the bar, and the other part goes like just on your jeans, and then they just like hang down.
Yep.
What? That is so smart. Like you don't have to fold them and stack them and take space up. You don't have to fold them over the hanger like what most people do. Like
Hmm.
it eliminates so much space. I want to try that so bad. I don't know if it'll work in my closet though, but I definitely want to try that. So I wanted to share that. That was something I saw. Um Also, if okay, so this is how much I love like organizing and tidying up. I watched this show called Tidying Up with Marie Kondo on Netflix. And so
Yep.
I don't remember what year it came out, 2020, 2021, maybe. Anyways, she came out with this thing called the Marie Kondo method. Okay. And it was a way to fold your clothes, like your t-shirts, your
Hmm.
underwear, your jeans, whatever. And I implemented that in this house with my
Hmm.
kids' clothes, my clothes, Brent's clothes. And so when you pull our drawers open, so that was like a 2020 thing, but or 2021 maybe. Anyways, when you pull our drawers out, everything is folded the Marie Kondo method, which if you don't know, look it
Nice.
up because it looks like a retail store. Like
Yeah.
you open your drawer, you pull your drawer out, you can literally see every single shirt that's in there and like what it is. Like, because the way you fold it is like where you would know like what
Yeah.
you're pulling out. Anyways, that is a very good show. So good. In fact, I used to fall asleep to that because that's how like what is it called? Soothing. That's how
Is that your
soothing it was.
ASMR?
That is my ASMR. I love Marie Kondo. Have you ever seen it?
I haven't, but I was gonna say my sister did the Marie Kondo folding in her house, and she like spent a whole weekend like redoing everyone's drawers
Yeah.
the Marie Kondo way.
Yeah.
And then it didn't last because she didn't teach anyone else how to fold clothes that way. And like her kids do their
Oh,
own laundry,
yeah,
like folding.
yeah.
So it didn't last. But for like a weekend, it looked good.
Well, I taught my kids actually picked up on her method way easier than they did like how I normally would fold it.
Oh.
And then Brent definitely knows like how to do it. He will like if he gets a shirt out, I'm like, even though it's his drawers, I'm like, you put it back in there the Marie Kondo way because it's just so pretty. Oh my gosh, like anyways, like I said, when I start a system, I will keep it in place. And so still to this day, everybody's drawers are Marie Kondo folded. But anyways, that's a really good show on Netflix if you like to like watch organizing. And she does this whole thing about sparking joy. Like if it does not spark joy for you, you throw it out. And then she also does this thing when she gets to the house where she like kneels down on the floor and like creates a circle around her, but it creates like this, I don't know what it is, but like every time she does it, it's like so peaceful. Like she's like welcoming herself into the home and into the space. And you should see, the camera will shoot to the families, and the families are like, is she done yet? But it is like one of the most peaceful moments of the show is she goes
Oh,
in and she draws the circle around herself, and there's like, it's just quiet for a second, and she's just like, I really don't know what she's doing, but I like it. I'm here for it. And I love the, like, if it doesn't spark joy for you, then throw it out,
yes.
because there's so many things that we keep just to keep that aren't, like, maybe don't even have good memories attached to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyways, there's another show on Netflix called Get Organized with the Home Edit. It's Clea and Joanna, and they actually organize Khloe Kardashian's, I think, pantry, Kane Brown's pantry, on the show. And then Reese Witherspoon, girl. Do you know who Reese Witherspoon is?
I do. I do.
So they organize her closet of all of her Legally Blonde outfits from the movie.
Oh, wait, I saw that. I saw that. I saw the maybe
Yes.
on TikTok or something, like the reel of it.
That was so
Yes.
cool. So absolutely love that show. They are the ones who, I mean, in my world, they created the clear bin system. They actually have a line that you can buy at Walmart called the Home Edit, because
Oh.
their line like started in the Container Store, but the Container Store is like wildly I mean, just outrageously priced. I don't know who's buying bins for that, but apparently people are. But anyways, they have a more affordable option that they sell at Walmart. It's called the Home Edit. That's very similar to the Container Store, but I I love all of their pieces. Like they have the Lazy Susans, like they have all the things. So if you're ever in Walmart, check out the Home Edit section, because whoa, that's like bringing the TV to your home right there at an affordable cost. You know what I mean?
At an affordable cost. Okay.
Do you want to start with the last? Well,
Yes.
next to last talk. We're getting into our like every episode thing that we do. Why don't you tell them what generation gap is?
The generation gap is where me and Lisa kind of talk about the difference between our generations. So she's a millennial and I'm Gen Z, Generation Z. So there's a lot of things that are similar about our generation, but a lot of things that are wildly different.
Yes.
So today I have the best generation gap that we can talk about so far, because I found out about it on TikTok, and it literally exists. It's a thing. So, did you read any of these notes, or
I read it, but I didn't get it. So I'm gonna let you. I just kind of like breezed over it because I saw it, and then I was like, "What?" So you explain it to me more, and so to our like listeners too.
Yes. So this is called the millennial pause, and it's basically a theory that millennials pause before they start speaking after they start a video. So, like, you guys are the first generation to like grow up with social media. And I saw a quote that was like, you're the first generation to like age out of it. Like, you're not keeping up with how fast it's moving.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know the truth behind that. This is just what I read online.
Yeah.
So basically, this millennial pause is the theory that you take a pause after you start recording. And so when you play back the video, to you, it sounds normal, but to listeners or Gen Z, it's kind of cringe, because you're like, you start the video.
Like, give me an example. Okay.
You'll like press record. Hey guys, welcome back. Like, there's like a little pause instead of just like record. Hey guys, welcome back. You know what I mean? And so the reason that this happens is because you guys,
wow.
I don't know if this is you specifically, but you probably played with like cameras and like recording devices and stuff where there were lags whenever you like would record yourself on like a
video
camcorder.
Yeah.
Camcorder. Yeah, there we go.
Camcorder.
But for me, I had like an iPod when I got into middle school. Like, that's when they came out. So there wasn't really lags when you start recording. So as soon as you press record, you just start talking. But for you guys, you would like press record, make sure it's recording, and then you would start, and then you would just cut out the beginning, right? No.
Wow, that's
I have
crazy.
proof of you
Oh
doing
my
this.
God, I'm sure you do because I know I do that. I know I do that. So yes,
that
I
I
want to
wanted
see
to
this
share.
proof, and we'll have to share
It
this
was
on our stories. Oh, maybe we can use that to promote this episode.
it was a video that you posted of the
Oh, it's
ranunculus.
blurry.
Oh, well, I'll put it in front of me.
Okay.
And let me turn up my volume because it's not up. Hold on. And you can just
That
see that
was recently.
you stare at the camera before you start recording, and it's so cringe. Oh,
Oh,
not mine, not my bank account. I was trying to turn up the
oh
volume. Not my Apple Pay. Okay. Why are you not? Oh, is it going to my AirPods?
no. Oh,
Current
I forgot you.
situation.
Okay, it's working. It's working.
Current situation. I have.
Okay, so you started it and it was like a pause. Current situation.
Yeah.
Okay, we have, and then we have like the reason why. But I'm gonna do the best that I can to keep.
Like,
oh my gosh,
but
that is so crazy. And I bet I didn't I don't know that we do that. So I would venture to say like most people my age do not know that we do that. Oh my gosh. Wow.
And it's
That's
like
because
literally
we grew
just a
up on
second.
camcorders. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like 1 second where you pause because you're like making
We're used
sure
to
you're
it.
recording.
Yeah. Wow.
But if you watch any Gen Z, apparently the theory is like they don't do that. Like you press record, they start talking. Like no pause.
Now I'm gonna have to start doing that. Now I'm gonna have to be like, "Hey guys."
Yes, that's it.
But here will be the problem with me. I will be like, hit record. Hey guys. So, anyways, I will be doing the pause like after the fact. I think that's
too good.
I think it's just like in our it's one of those things that you're like what is it called? Motor skills, where it's like you're trained in your motor skills and you can't like undo it unless you're thinking about it. That is crazy and also hilarious. Wow.
I also think it has to do with my generation like being instant gratification. Like I don't have time to like take a second to pause.
Right.
I just want to go ahead and start talking about what I'm talking about. I don't care if it's recording all of it or not.
That is so crazy. I wonder if people so a millennial, I guess, would be 35 and up today. 30?
I don't know.
Anyways, if you are a millennial, you will have to tell us in the comments if you notice now that you know about this. What is this called again? The
millennial pause.
Millennial pause. You'll have to tell us if you do that, because when you started describing it, I was like, yeah, I definitely do that, and didn't even wasn't even aware of it. So that's hilarious. Okay, so the next thing that we do on every episode is called Name 5. And since I'm in a different location, I forgot the cards, but I did come up with, what if we just name 5 college football teams since Georgia won the national championship? We'll come up.
That's perfect.
That's not Georgia and Florida.
Okay. Or Tennessee.
Okay. So I'll start. I'll go with, let's see. Oh my gosh. Alabama.
Alabama. I'm going to go with TCU since they also were just in the national championships.
Yes. LSU, which is Louisiana.
That's a good one.
That's 3.
UCF. They have a football team, right?
Is that Central Florida?
The Knights. Yeah.
Okay. University of Central Florida. And then Kentucky. University of Kentucky.
Good.
There we go. There's our Name 5. Yay.
Oh, we forgot to say it. Y'all should be thinking of your 5.
Playing along while you're listening to this. Okay. Do you have the quote, or do you need me to pull it up? Okay. So Caitlin's going to give us our quote of the week. And this is actually something that she posted on Facebook, on her personal Facebook. And I was like, I kind of want to do that for the quote because I just loved it. I thought it was amazing. So you tell us what the quote is, or read it to us.
So I didn't come up with this. I just shared it on my Facebook, but it's that there will be a lot of posts soon with people sharing how much they achieved in 2022. But in case someone needs to hear this, just making it to 2023 is an achievement. It's okay if the only significant thing you did this year was get through it. That alone is something to celebrate.
Yes. And
Love.
the reason why I loved that so much, because I was like trying to figure out what my word was going to be for the year. Originally, it was presence. And I ultimately decided on nurture just because I felt like that was better for this year. But if I could have chosen a word for 2022, it would have been that, because I feel like the entire year was just like, get through the next day. Like, don't worry about the, like, quality of things that you're doing, just get through it. And I didn't really like stop and like enjoy things. Like, I feel like you like stop and enjoy things, like
Do I?
Like one example I was thinking of was like when both we had 2 interns this past summer, but remember when y'all did like those videos of y'all just like riding on the gator, like just having fun.
Yeah.
And just doing like, I don't know, just goofy, like funny things. I never like did that. It was like harvest, pack, deliver, get ready for the you pick is, you pick day, Sunday, we're going to get ready for social media stuff, send out emails, and then start the whole thing back over. Like, there was no like stopping and having fun with all of that. Like, the only time that it happened was when it was forced, which was during the you pick, and I didn't have any other choice. When people were, coming up there to check out, I had to stop and like interact and like, so anyways, I originally was going to choose that for this year, but which I would still like to do. I still think nurture is like a better word for 2023, but that should have been my word for 2022, was just being present and not just getting through the day. So when you posted that, I was like, wow, that's exactly what I did. Was I just got through 2022. And it was a terrible, terrible year for us. A whole bunch of different things outside of the farm happened, and I was just glad it was over and that we were alive and healthy and still on this farm at the end of 2022. So anyways, I really liked that quote. I thought it was awesome, and just wanted to share it on the podcast. So do you have
especially with y'all dealing with the freeze, like that was the worst way to end a whole year, like
oh yeah,
at Christmas too. So it's okay to going into 2023, you don't have like, the biggest yield you'll ever have. Like, that's okay, because maybe this year you will.
Right. And also, like, to put that in perspective, we were supposed to be harvesting until February, and this is our last week. And we're not doing like it's not even like a full delivery. It's just specific, people that we're given the last bit to, and then that's it. So anyways, here's to 2023 though, being way better. And just being in the moment too. You know what I mean? Like I should have been enjoying the success of opening a U-Pick and people actually coming. You know what I mean? And I was too busy worried about like, do we have the PayPal things? Do we have the buckets? Do they have water in them? Do we have the photo booths? Like I was too busy running through the checklist instead of like enjoy. I mean, there were so many times I remember like on Saturday mornings, you would say like, let's do the video. You know what I mean? And like, that was the time that should have been like just enjoying the fact that I was doing a video because people were coming. You know what I mean? And I saw it as like just another like checklist. Oh, we got to do the video. You know what I mean? So anyways, I really liked the quote and I thought it was fantastic. So thanks for sharing.
I think that your nurture and presence goes together, because I think this year you can nurture being present and like doing better in that in your personal life. So
that's very true.
Yeah.
So maybe I should have like combined the 2 words.
I think they're both very, very good and very on brand for you this year.
I will definitely like stop and take, my goal is to stop and take more videos and pictures and show more of like what's going on, and not just trying to get through the task to get to the next task. Like, let's like enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like, now I feel like I know what I'm doing and I got a good grip on that. And now it's time to like sit back and enjoy it, So.
Yep.
All right, well, that pretty
Love
much wraps up this episode. I have no idea how long this is because we're recording it differently. So hopefully the video will be able to upload to YouTube. And then, we'll see y'all back here next Monday.
Thank you guys for listening. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Coming Into Bloom podcast. We hope you enjoyed our show. Join us every Monday for a new episode. To stay up to date with what's happening on the farm in between podcast episodes, be sure you are following us on social media. All of our handles are in the show notes. You can also subscribe to our newsletter by visiting www.theflowershedfarm.com. See you next week.